Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So maybe you'll take it from a woman. We don't know who y'all bras gonna take this stuff from, but you got a working 304 here with a real short, sweet message, and we don't know what y'all gonna take from this, but we gonna let her speak.
This, bro, but I'm gonna tell y'all as a swerker, bro. I'm a 304, a dancer, or whatever, right? Listen, don't dress for the attention that you do not want. Okay, you need to dress the part, because when you're out here wearing poster girl outfits, you're looking like me. What I do is I get money from dudes. You feel me? From being sensual and just using my looks and all of that. You feel me? Why do you want to do that if you don't want to be treated like that? If you don't like the girls that walk the corner or dance on the poles, why do you want to look like one? Why do you want to act like one? Don't you want to be treated like a Michelle Obama? So look like one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to look the part. Like, for example, if I get a BBL and I go work in Dollar Tree, y'all going to say, why do you have a BBL when you should be working in the club and all of this stuff? Like, you working at Dollar Tree or you working in the school with a BBL. Like, what's the point of that? You see what I'm saying? So when I wear these giant heels outside to the club, you think I'm supposed to work at the club, right? Not be in attendance at the club. Why are you guys walking around outside with less clothes than I wear? Doesn't make sense. Why are you guys walking outside with your zebra cakes? I'm saying zebra cakes because we see the stretch marks and everything. We see the Tootsie hairs. We see everything. And you don't want to be treated like me? I'm sorry, but it just needed to be said from. And when I say this, bro, but I'm going to tell y'all as a swerker, bro, I'm a 304, a dancer, or whatever, right? Don't dress for the attention that you do not want, okay? And when I say this, bro.
She's right. But here's the catch. They do want to be treated like what they see strippers and these so-called baddies that be around, these groupies, because we didn't call them baddies in our day. We called them groupies. We called them what they were. Just chicks hanging around for clout, chicks hanging around rappers, ball players, famous men, you know, whatever, men with status, whatever. If they could get in the same rooms with those men, all those women are sex workers that were getting in those rooms with those men. The eye candy, the showing up, you know what I'm saying? And she looked a certain way, you know, folks didn't know who she was, but she was fine when they came, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. And then a chick would get notoriety from that, the video vixens and this and that. Okay, but we knew that we knew they were whores. We knew that the only reason that them men had them women around was because they had a certain type of aesthetic. And, you know, back then it wasn't BBLs and stuff. You know, it was more of a natural look. You had to be actually pretty. You know, you had to have a nice body for real. You had to have a pretty face for real. You know what I mean? And you had to be a whore. Video vixens, we automatically categorize them women as whores. We know you on your knees at the end of that video shoot. We know why the guys got you in the video. We know why you're in the video to begin with. And I'm not saying every single chick that was in a video was doing it, but the ones who we actually called video vixen. She's in several different videos. She's getting notoriety from being in those spaces with those men in that way. She's not an artist. She's not a rapper. She's not a singer. She's not a dancer. She just, you know what I mean? And so the thing about it is these chicks nowadays do want to be like them chicks because they see or they believe what they think they see. They believe when they think these women are popping up with these Birkin bags and these women are getting tens of thousands of dollars at a time from these guys, and these women, you know, are going on trips, and these women live in nice houses, and these women drive nice cars. These other regular average women want that lifestyle. So what they think is that if I look like that, then I can either get into the circle of men that these women are in, and if I can't, the men whose circle I can get in will be more inclined to treat me like this, quote unquote, paying for everything, all of that, all of it. What they fail to realize is that men's disrespect come with that. That's what they fail to realize. That for the most part, most men that deal with them women regularly don't actually respect the women. They might actually think the women are cool. Like they'll talk to them and hang it like they be cool with them. Because, you know, good hoes is actually cool people. So they'll talk to them and, you know, she can kick it. You know what I'm saying? Now, we don't want her trying to get holier than thou now, because when we start getting high and when we start drinking, listen, I want her to do what she do. But at the same time, the respect don't come with them women. It doesn't come from the men. They don't respect her. One thing that women do not know, and I don't know what's going to teach y'all, that you have to make a choice as a woman. You either want a man's respect or you want his sexual attention. You can't really get both. You don't get both. Especially if you're not his wife. You can't get both. He either gonna respect you as a woman or he gonna disrespect you like a hoe. I need y'all to digest that. Because the woman that he respect like a woman and like maybe wife material, even if he not gonna marry her, but he sees, okay, she not a hoe though, so I can't maneuver with her like that. He'll give you his respect, but oftentimes he won't give you his sexual, like he won't even come at you like that. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? He won't come at you expecting that now you're going to have to suck him off or do this other kind of stuff immediately upon speaking to each other, because that's what hoes do. And if he don't perceive that whole energy out of you and you're not moving like that, he'll give you his respect, but he won't give you the other part, which is the quote unquote sexual attention. And this is how a lot of women get caught up, because they don't know how to choose respect that doesn't come with his overt sexual attention. He's not gonna clamor after you. They not gonna be running after you like that. Not in the same way. They gonna drool over a chick. You know what I'm saying? Especially whether she got her body done or not, whether it's natural or not. She can have a million BBL. She can have whatever she got. But if it actually look good, like it look proportionate, it look right, she twerking, she bending over, he gonna drool over that every time. Every time. And you trying to be respectful and trying to be a respectable woman, you're not going to get the drool over you. You not, even if you pretty. He might be attracted like, oh, she pretty, but he not going to be like, oh man, I'll smash her right now. He not going to respond the same way. And too many chicks want that response because they think that response is the response that they need him to have in order to like her. They fail to realize that men compartmentalize all of that. That's not one and the same thing to them. It's what I'm trying to get women to understand. That's not the same thing to men. Who gets him sexually aroused upon seeing her just before he talked to her, before he anything, her booty big, is jiggling all in the leggings, you know what I'm saying? Titties jiggling, all of that. He ain't even got to think in order to be turned on by that. He does not have, matter of fact, it helps if he don't think. It helps him if he's not thinking, actually. The more turned on, the less he's thinking. Literally, the blood drain from the brain to the penis. Literally. That is literally biologically, that's what happens to him. And y'all be too busy trying to get that attention from him because you see other women get that attention and you don't see the other side of that. You never think to inspect the other side or ask these women or get close to these women to see. She's telling you as a sex worker, you don't actually want to be treated how I'm treated. Yes, I can get the money from the men, but what do I have to do in order to get this type of attention and money from them? What do I actually have to do? The part that she's not really saying, but she kind of saying it, is that I don't get respect. I'm doing what I'm doing because that's the environment to do it in. Dudes come to the strip club because they know they're going to see booty shaking. They know they're going to spend the money. They know if they go in the VIP room, it's going down. They know that this is the expectation. This is the purpose of why you come there. Right. And I'm in that environment willingly. Nobody got a gun in my head. I'm doing this. But I also know that at the end of that, even though I can count the money that I received, I can also count the amount of disrespect I received too, because I don't feel very good about that. Yeah, I got what I was getting out of it. Like, I'm not mad at them. It's just that I'm not going to be treated like a respected woman. I'm not going to be treated like a wife material. They're not going to look at me and have the utmost respect for me as a woman. They not. They don't. Even some of the sexual acts that I have to do are humiliating, especially to do it for men that don't care about me. I don't care about them. And it's just money involved. The only reason I'm doing it is because they got a certain amount of money on the table. And I said I would do that for that amount. That's what she's telling you and not telling you at the same time. You don't want, why do you want this life? Like, hoes that's being real will tell a woman that they know not about that life, you don't even want to be perceived as one of us. This actually destroys women's thought pattern of what feminism gave y'all. Oh, the way a woman dresses doesn't matter to her perception. Like, it doesn't matter how you dress. People should still respect you based on a perception. When we know that that's not reality. We know that's not reality. Because if we see people walking around and they dirty, very dirty, their hair is very dirty, you know, and they pushing a cart, we're going to assume that they homeless. We're not going to assume nothing else. We're not going to assume they millionaires. They look like they sleep on the street. So that's what we assume about them. And a lot of other assumptions come. They might have mental issues, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. They might have a drug problem because something led them to be homeless and looking like this, because no person that has access to hot water, a place to stay, a place to sleep, food and clothes would willingly look like this and be in the street like this. Nobody would do that. So we absolutely make judgments and assumptions based on people's appearance. We don't talk to everybody to figure out what their individual story is and why you got that on and why you look like that. And we know, because if a white man came through with a hood, with a pointed hood and a white cloak, we gonna assume he a KKK and he a white supremacist. We gonna assume that. We're not gonna be trying to figure out what's his story. So she's basically telling you, stop wearing a uniform if you don't want to be confused and mixed up with us. And it don't get no simpler than that. Y'all just goofy and want to do what y'all want to do and don't want nobody to tell y'all nothing. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, is the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.